Hi, Pearson here. So there's this question that came in my inbox. It's an exam question in physics. I didn't really pay attention to details, but I will show it. I think you can see it there on the pimps. So in that question, what we are first supposed to do is that we have to use this formula that we get from Ohm's law. And this formula is V is equal to I R. Remember, I is for current, R is for resistance, measured in ohms, and current measured in amps. V measured in volts. So according to what we have there, our data is that we have the voltage, which happens to be 12 volts, and we have the current represented by I, and that is 0.8 amps. And when we have part of R, just part of it, which happens to be 8 ohms. But remember, we're asked to calculate X, of which X plus 8 should give us the total resistance, should give us RT, total resistance there. So it's important for us to know this data here. So what are we going to do? Going back to our formula there, where there is V, we're going to replace it with 12. Where there is I, we are going to replace it with 0.8 amps. Where there is R, we are going to leave it blank first so that we can find the total resistance and then subtract what we are given for us to find X. Let me show you what we are trying to say here. So we're going to say V is equal to IR, of course. Then we know that this V is 12 volts. So 12 volts will be equal to, our R is 0.8 amps. And we can leave our R there, our resistance. But we have to make R a subject of formula here. So we are going to divide both sides by what R is actually carrying. So we're going to say 0.8 amps this side, even this side 0.8 amps. So 0.8 amps into 0.8 amps, we are going to have 1, and 1 times R, it's actually R, so our R will be equal to, how many times does 0.8 go into 12? Using my calculator here, the answer that I'm getting is 15 ohms. All right, so if I have this 15 ohms as the total resistance, then X is what I get when I say 15 minus 8. So when I say 15, so when I say 15 ohms minus 8 ohms that I'm given there, what I'm going to get is equal to X there. So is equal to X. I'm learning this thing. Okay. So is equal to X. Okay. So this means that actually X will be equal to 15 minus 8, that is 7 ohms. All right. So that's it. X will be equal to 7 ohms. That's our final answer there. So we can check out the options and see which one carries 7 ohms, because that is what our X is. Remember, this circuit is actually connected in series. So if that's the case, it means for us to find the total resistance, we've got to say RT for total resistance is actually equal to R1 plus R2. So if we say R1 is what we are given there, we are just trying to prove here. Our answer is already 7, we know. So plus the same 7 that we have found, the answer should give us 15 there. Should be 15 ohms, our total resistance. If we say, okay, this 15 that we are claiming to be our total resistance, okay, if our total resistance is equal to 15 ohms, what do we get if we say minus the 7 that we claim to be our X there? We are going to find that our answer will be the 8 that was given in that question. Okay, so this circuit is actually connected in series. So R1 plus R2 should give you the total resistance, should give you RT. Thank you for bringing or for posting this question in my inbox. You can bring more, provided I have time. We're going to do them together. We're going to learn together. It's Pearson, the science teacher. Just enjoyed doing this. Thank you.